Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Op 33 Tactical. Today, we're all about EDC, what I carry on a day-to-day basis, and we're putting it to work both at the range with live fire, back here at the garage with some dry fire drills that I like to do to stay sharp and steady. I carry the TP9 Elite SC model. It's got an upgraded Freedom Smith trigger, and I've got a couple other upgrades in here that manage the recoil a little bit. And then the blade that I carry is just this Kershaw spring action little knife. I bought it about 5 years ago and it hasn't failed me yet. I love it. I get it sharpened every gun show I go to. But yeah, we'll see you guys at the range. Let's get into it. Here we are at the range. Shoot smart. Gonna practice some live fire drills on my awesome target. Look at my cool target. Hold on. Let me try this tripod. Look at this target. It's a gangster skeleton. Look at that guy. Just loading some regular standard 9mm Luger 115 grain. My appendix carry, where I carry at, is right here when I'm wearing tactical pants or stuff like this attire. If I'm wearing jeans and cowboy boots and my cowboy get up and stuff, I open carry on the hip, just because conceal carrying when you have a little bit of cover up here with Wranglers is uncomfortable. So you want to make sure you know all the firearm safety rules. Finger off the trigger until you're ready to fire. Always treat every firearm as if it's loaded. In this case, this firearm is loaded. I know it's loaded. I'm going to be treating it as such. When you're drawing from concealment, you want to make sure you don't get a shirt hang, right? Because your shirt's always going to be over it. Personally, my shirt's always over it, so I like to get a couple of practice runs. Now I have one in the pipe, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw slowly, just so you can see the motions on how I draw personally and the correct way to draw. So once you're ready, you've exhausted all options and it's time for you to draw your firearm. You need to grab your shirt and be ready. Grab your shirt, move your shirt out of the way, pull that firearm out, go in, and then you retract it right back there. Always keep in mind the 4 rules of firearm safety. Treat every firearm as if it's loaded. Don't aim at anything that you're not willing to destroy. Finger off the trigger at all times, and know your target and what's behind it. Here, in this case, I know my target and I know behind it is the berm, the abyss of spent rounds and casings and lead and all of that good stuff. So that's how that goes. All right, I'm going to load up a couple more mags and we're going to keep on going on this drawing. We're going to gradually get faster as we go. As we draw, move your shirt, pull your firearm, and fire. Just like that. Just like that. And it looks like they're training as well. We're going to work on some tactical reloads and stuff today also, but for now, I'm going to just kind of work through the motions of drawing from concealment with you guys just for a little bit. Here, I'm going to show you the firearm really quick. So right here, I've got a tungsten guide rod. It's just a tungsten rod with a heavy duty spring. There's not a weight restriction on the spring or anything like that. It's just, I like the tungsten guide rods myself. Here with Caniks, I always get the Freedom Smith trigger. I swear by these things, because standard Caniks, they have a lot of pre-travel before you hit the wall of the trigger before it's ready to fire, and the Freedom Smith triggers, I swear by that. Not paid or endorsed, just love the product. I put it in all my Caniks. When I buy a Canik, I buy a Freedom Smith trigger and a We the People holster. And every time I buy a new firearm, I make sure the trigger's good, buy a We the People holster. So that's just how I buy things. This is a Freedom Smith trigger. It's perfect. It just, my word of perfect. It just takes that slack out of the trigger. The reset is, it just makes your firearm night and day fire difference. All right. So that's really all the upgrades that I have in here. I have a spare striker in case I need to replace the striker. So another thing I usually buy with my striker fire pistols is I'll pick up another striker just to have as spare, because sometimes strikers dull out and wear out and they just go bad. I don't know why. Sometimes they just do. So I always pick up either an upgraded striker or just a spare striker. But anyways, this is my Canik TP9 Elite SC model. I absolutely love this gun for concealed carry. It's comfortable. It fits in my We the People holster perfectly. Just right there. When I'm wearing tactical pants, of course. With jeans, like in the garage earlier, completely uncomfortable. Absolutely hated it. But right here, I don't even feel that it's there. And I've got a little bit of excess carry on right here. So definitely got to move that out of the way. Quick, smooth motion. And then you're ready to go. So just whenever you're drawing. All right, so let's get into it. I'm gonna go a little faster this time. Like I said, I'm just gonna do that. All right, here we go. We're gonna do this, and we're just gonna draw. So we're gonna be ready. So let's just keep drawing and shooting, right? Get rid of these spit casings here, and we're just gonna draw. Ready? Like that. Just nice and easy. Acquire your target and fire, you know, but in a situation like that, you're not going to have that much time because the perpetrator's probably going to be coming at you, right? So you're going to want to draw and you want to get off some shots. It's fire superiority. As you train and go and do faster and faster, you'll get more and more accurate, right? Because obviously I keep both of my eyes open in certain combat situations. I'll keep both of my eyes open. I'm not going for ultimate accuracy. Accuracy will come as you get faster and everything. So just worry about trying that muscle memory, getting faster, moving that move your t-shirt out of the way. Make sure you're not getting shirt hung. See, if you don't move your t-shirt out of the way and you kind of just go like this, you can catch your shirt. See, I used to catch my shirt a lot when I was drawing, and this is it. See, it just hinders everything. So definitely get that shirt moved out of your way completely. Grab that shirt, move up, bam, and you're in. See, move the shirt at all times. Always get that shirt moved. So we're gonna draw. For those of you that don't like to carry one in the pipe, my wife is one of them. She doesn't like to carry one in the pipe. I always carry one in the pipe. But for those of you who don't like to carry one in the pipe, you can draw, rack, and engage. So let's try that, okay? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna draw, rack, engage, just like that. See? Draw, rack, engage. Just simple as that. It's pretty sweet. So reasons why I carry. I mean, every time you turn on the TV, somebody's getting murdered or raped or something bad's going on in the world, robberies and just a whole bunch of evil that's in the world. And if you're wondering why you carry, I'm wondering why you're wondering why you should carry, because all you have to do is turn on the TV and you can see why you should carry. Social media, the news, everything. I mean, I'm not scared, but like I said, my philosophy is it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. That's why I carry. And I'm not lying, I do. Shooter lube right here. Make sure your firearm is always maintained. You guys go check out my Beretta APX cleaning video. Shows you how to clean field maintenance on your firearm, where to oil, how to clean it, what to clean, all of that good stuff. And keep your firearms oiled at the very least. Keep them oiled, you know. I oiled this bad boy before we came up here, but so yeah. I train my concealed carry, my dry fire drills, my live fire draws every other week at the range. I'll train a lot of the other times. I'll do it every other week. The weeks I don't train concealed carry, I'll bring my truck gun in here and I'll train with it, which is my Beretta APX. Love that thing. But I love this Canik too. This Canik's really, really nice. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a tactical reload, okay? So I don't have a battle belt on or a mag holder or anything on my belt. I don't carry that. I just keep a spare mag in my back pocket. But these are 15+1 magazines. So I carry a spare mag in my back pocket. I don't need to go standard duty belt. You know, we're getting ready to, you know, this guy's coming up at us. You know, he's drawing, I'm fighting. Oh, it fell in my pocket. Never stop learning. You learn something new every day. You know, something with your technique, or you know, something that you could use to be faster. Yeah, I was going more of a comfort thing. Just put the magazine in your pocket instead of another thing you have to clip on your belt. But they make some really low profile things, so I'll probably look on Amazon tonight. I've got all the stuff I need on my battle belt that I do with my kit, which that'll be a video one of these days as well. My battle kit, my shit hit the fan kit, my World War III or Civil War kit, zombie apocalypse kit, whatever you want to call it. It's got my Beretta APX, my battle rifle. It's got a plate carrier from Uprise Armory. Shout out to Uprise Armory. Those guys are awesome. If you don't have a plate carrier, strongly recommend you look at Uprise Armory. Their plate carriers are so comfortable. More little tactical reload. And then I'm going to show you guys how I train dry fire drills, which I'm still going to do here. But yeah, let's keep going. Yeah. All right, so we're drawing here. So if you notice there, I did just a tactical reload, which mine was, I knew this magazine was empty, but before I fired that last round, I dropped the mag and I put my full magazine in. That stuff. I'm gonna get everything set up real quick and then we'll do some dry firing. So hang tight. You use what's called snap caps instead of live ammunition. And if you just dry fire with an empty tube, that's another thing that can wear out that striker spring and something. If that striker's not hitting something that's going to impact it, it just wears that striker out. I did it to my Beretta. I was training dry fire drills and I wasn't putting snap caps, which is this right here. This is the snap cap right there. It's just a dummy round, doesn't fire or anything. All it does is create a soft impact spot for the striker to go. If you guys can see that. Can you see that good? Yeah, there you go. So that's what I put in the pipe now, and it saves the striker and lets the striker have a long-lasting life whenever you're training with it at home. The magazine's loaded with dummy rounds, snap caps, so we're not going to be doing any more live fire. I've got 5 rounds left in my live fire right now, in my live rounds, so at the end I'll probably throw those downrange. But here's how I do dry fire. What I do for dry fire is I will snap caps into the firearm, one in the chamber. We're just going to do some dry fire here real quick. So here, let me adjust you guys real quick. Hold on a second. There we go. Can you see? Let me see that. All right, good. So for dry fire, I just like to go smooth and steady. Like I said, slow is smooth and smooth is fast. That's how it rolls. That's how we do it. That's how we train. Right? So you ready to go? Nice. Excuse me. Nice, slow, steady motion. Bam. Draw. And it's going to give you a good, nice little trigger pull. And then the good thing about the snap cap, you just need to reset the trigger. Back just a little bit. Reset the trigger, and you do it again. So a lot of people have a recoil anticipation. That's whenever you pull the trigger and you do this. And you'll flinch. So what you want to do is you just move your trigger finger. Just like that. That's it. You're squeezing with this hand and you're just pulling the trigger back. That's all you're doing. Okay? So when you draw, set, pull the trigger. Just like that. And if you practice that way, that gets rid of the flinch, the anticipation of the recoil, otherwise known as the flinch. I recommend doing at least 10 minutes of training, 10 minutes of just dry fire. You don't even have to draw, just do this. Just a simple pull the trigger, reset, pull the trigger, reset, pull the trigger, act like you have a malfunction. I've got a malfunction, clear the round, and then you're good to go again. And you've got another snap cap in there. See, I threw that snap cap just like that. This is dry fire training. This is how you do it right here. And they've got some training things that you can pick up. I'll share them on my Instagram when I come across them. They're actually some pretty cool tools that you can do for your dry fire training to have more fun, so you're not just shooting at the wall or anything. They have this, I think it's called the Blackbeard. Don't quote me on that. I'll post it sometime on my Instagram this week. But this Blackbeard tactical thing, you put it in your AR. They have one for pistols as well. It resets your trigger for you. I don't know if the pistol will reset your trigger, but it's a laser, so it'll show you how accurate you can be. It works in conjunction with your phone or your iPad, and it's just technology savvy training with your firearm. So you put it in the chamber. It's a little laser bore that you put in the chamber, and when you pull the trigger, it shows you where you are, so you can practice drawing or, you know, stuff like that. Like I said, keep it on the Instagram, or the Instagram and the Facebook. I'll tag them and post them on there sometime this week when I come across. They come across my For You page all the time, so I'll share it. Just 15-20 minutes of just dry fire training, just like this. Work on your form, your grip, how you're comfortable, where you're comfortable at. I grab my firearm just like this. You know, this is how I hold my firearm, and I keep it, you know, just keep it basic, really. Just like that. Get your sight picture. I flinched on that one. I saw it. Y'all might not have seen it. I saw it. Just like that. Reset the trigger and just go again. Just like training. Just like you're training anything else, you know. That's it. Draw. Dry fire. Just like this. Do this at home, obviously away from your children and everything like that. Go to a designated place that you want to train at, you know, and it's something that you and the missus or whatever can do with each other. You know, it's something that you guys can train for. And everybody should have a plan of action for their house, outside the vehicle, when you guys are taking the family on a trip or a family outing or something like that. You and the missus should be able to protect yourselves and protect your children. Everybody should be able to have the means to defend themselves. You know, and I'm a thorough believer in that. I'm a very, very thorough believer in the Second Amendment. And, you know, I believe in it very wholeheartedly. You know, I believe that's what made this great nation great. And I believe that's what's going to keep it great. I think that's going to do it for this week's episode. EDC, like I said, I'm gonna tag everything I carry below. And I hope you learned something today on how to train dry fire training, how to draw from the holster and appendix carry, how to get that pesky t-shirt out of the way when you're pulling it out, why you should carry, and why you should train on carrying, stuff like that. If you guys have any questions, please reach out to me. I'm more than happy to answer. I'm very, 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 very active with my followers on Instagram. Please shoot me a message. This is Op33 Tactical. Thank you guys for watching. Yeah.